welcome back to another episode of Travis Complains About Something That No One Cares About. And as you can see, I am an expert on putting cream cheese on crackers, so you know my opinion is incredibly credible. So, first things first, I got a new computer that's better than the last one. If you look right down there, you'll see the beautiful blue glow of a brand new computer. Today's episode, what I want to complain about is this thing I've been seeing on Instagram for various tragedies or whatever that have been happening, and I've seen it for a lot of things. I've seen it for the Sudan massacres most recently, but I've been seeing it for stuff like global warming and like planting trees and like a lot of environmental stuff. And the trend is people sharing these stories where it's like, share this story to donate $5 to help whatever. And the problem I have with this is it's obviously that like a scam. Obviously it's not that it's taking your money. The problem is that it's saying it's going to donate $5 for you sharing the story when that's not how that works. If they were going to donate $5, they would have already done that without you sharing that on your story. And so I'm taking issue with this because it's representative of a huge problem on social media, which is that we have this super duper ingrained need for validation. That's the whole problem that people talk about with social media in the first place. Is like we want to be seen in a certain way, and so we do things to pretend to be like that with the least possible effort, so that we're not taking any responsibility to actually be like what we say we're being. The huge problem here is it's just dishonest. Okay, like I have no problem with spreading news about these things. That's important, and the fact that there's been like practically no news coverage of the Sudan massacres is definitely an issue. But when you say on your story, "Oh, hey guys, did you know that you can donate $5 just by sharing this on your story?" You can't, and it's incredibly common sense that you can't. Everyone knows that. Literally everyone. You would have to be actually mentally slow not to understand that, and not to immediately understand that as soon as you see it. You don't need someone, some crabby teenager like me telling you. So that's the huge issue I have with it. Is just like people are suspending their disbelief in a context that is so stupid. You should not be suspending your disbelief for something like this. Use your brain, okay? They just want to like say, "Oh, hey, look at me. I donated $5 to this thing." You didn't make any sacrifices for it. You didn't do anything whatsoever to help with the issue at all. And it's just a huge, it's just a way for you to appear like you're some hero, or that you're taking some responsibility for the cause. And that's the issue I'm taking with this Instagram trend. It's a huge, I don't like it. Hey guys, did you know every time you like one of my videos, you get it donates $10 towards environmental research? Hey guys, did you know that every time you share my videos on another platform and give me a view, a tree is planted to help restore the Amazon rainforest? Hey guys, did you know every time you play Megalovania on the piano, every single time, literally every time, it donates money to efforts to help save people from the Sudan massacres? Hey guys, did you know that every time you pet a cat, it donates $5 to animal shelters? Alright, that's $15 right there. Hold on, about to do another. Stop being behind me, jeez. That's 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Sorry to use you for views, Venus, but I really need them. My channel's dying. Venus, what do you think about sharing stuff on your story on Instagram to donate to stuff. I forgot cats can't talk. Oh, you're laying down now. Guys, if you actually want to take responsibility and help out for some of these causes, what you gotta do is you gotta actually do something for yourself instead of, like, validating someone else's, desires for, like, views or, publicity. If you actually want to help donate to some environmental effort, donate yourself. Or better yet, actually go and do something, you know? It's the same thing with, like, if you want to help people in Sudan or whatever, you gotta actually legitimately donate, or you gotta set up something that you know is going to do something. But people don't want to take time out of their days to help other people. They got their own routines they gotta worry about. So instead, they just share something on social media to make themselves look good. It's like, with the whole sharing things on stories, it's just these left-wing hypocrites. The same people complaining about religious people saying, I'm sending thoughts and prayers and stuff like that. They're like, sharing my story, that does more than thoughts and prayers, right? Nope. Same exact thing. So this is actually the most time I've been spending with my cats, or at least just one of them, in like months. Like, I remember I made that boredom vlog almost a year ago, where I spent time with my cats. But I'm just so lazy, I just never come out, you know? I spend all my time inside playing games on my computer and watching YouTube that I don't actually, go out and do stuff anymore. And I guess that's a problem, but hey, at least I'm not lying to people by saying that if they share my story, they'll donate $5 to help restore rainforests in the Amazon forest. Alright, so all that stuff about the new computer, the reason why I said that is because I don't have Movie Maker on it yet, so I don't know when this is going to come out. It might come out after all after the trend has died down. Just in case for the context, I need to make sure that I don't look like an idiot. This whole thing is just kind of frustrating to me, because as a society, one of the most important things that we can do is be honest and authentic with each other. Because honesty is the tool through which trust is established, okay? So, like, if you're honest with the people around you, even if it's going to cause consequences, which it will, that's what telling the truth does, people around you are going to know that if they ask you something, you'll answer honestly. They'll know that they'll get the answer that you believe to be true. They know you're not going to be fake. And that's a huge start. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about social media and about, like, Instagram and Facebook type social media, because there's two types of social medias, really. There's kind of like the YouTube, Reddit, kind of platforms where it's more about creation than it is about communication. And then there's stuff like Instagram and Facebook where it's about communication rather than creation. Excuse me. And when the communication comes first, what you see is the culture that develops tends to be a lot more about a lot less about responsibility and about individual effort and, making things for yourself, Like on Facebook and Instagram, there are so many trends that I just freaking hate. They're so dumb. There's like all these like the Facebook minion memes and all the, oh, if you're a true friend to me, direct message me with this emoji so I know I can count on you. Listen, if you know you can count on someone, you know you can count on someone. It's not gonna take DMing someone a freaking emoji to change that. It's so stupid. It's like everyone here wants to make sure, are we all secure? Are we all stable? Is everyone playing the game? Okay, phew. Because we get so scared that it's like the whole Alan Watts thing. It's like the people who make the game get so scared that not everyone's going to play along. So they're like, you have to play. And not everyone's going to play. In fact, playing the game, in some cases, is going to cause trouble and damage people. It's not always the right thing to do. And yet you see, it's like the same thing where in school they tell you there's only one path through life, and that's to
You do the best to get your grades up, go to a good college, get a good job, make money, and retire. Well, excuse me, I don't think there's only one way to do things, okay? I think that's kind of stupid of you to say. I'll treat you with all the decency and compassion you deserve as an individual, but if you're trying to force me to play your games, that's crossing a boundary. See, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but don't use it to control other people. And so all these social media things about like, oh, if you're a bad person unless you do this thing, you're a bad person unless you DM me with your credit card information, you're a bad person unless you share this on your story. What will sharing it on my story do? Nothing. Not a gosh darn thing. But oh hey, everyone else is doing it, everyone else can't be wrong. Yeah, well, everyone else doesn't really know what they're doing. No one knows what they're doing, okay? So stop letting yourself be pushed around by what everyone else is doing. It's so, oh my god, it's so asinine. It's all over the place. It's like on Facebook, it's like, Facebook, it gets really political too, because there's all these adults talking about like old issues that like the young people are not as conflicted on anymore, like abortion and immigration and all that stuff. Most young people tend to have, as far as I am aware of, at least in terms of where I live, which is a pretty, I guess, narrow scope of the spectrum of group opinions, but most people, as far as I know, are okay with like in terms of like agreements on issues like that. But on Facebook, you still see people like raging on and on and on and on and on about like all these economic stuff, and like, I don't know, it's just, it gets so irritating to watch, like especially when it comes down to like the religious homogeneity of like the community that I grew up in. It's so gross. It's so gross. Oh, you're going to hell unless you believe the same thing I do. And that's basically what this whole social media thing is, but at a larger scale. You're going to hell unless you share the stuff on your story, and it's so irritating. It's like, people are not that black and white, yet people will behave that way in order to look like they're, I'm fitting in. Whoa! Ha! It's so stupid.
Alright, so earlier this summer I had a straight up mental breakdown at night in my bed, and so I started trying to set up a routine because I was getting all freaked out and stuff. My jimmies were getting all rustled and about like keeping up with stuff and getting stuff done. I felt like I was not functioning, so I started setting myself a daily routine of stuff I ought to do, and this is, as you can see, it's evolved quite a lot, and I'm very happy with that. And I'm trying to get into the mindset of like getting stuff done, especially since it's summer and this is the only time I have away from frickin' stupid school to actually like get all this stuff done. But yeah, so I just checked off all the stuff I got done. I'm really happy with it. Let me show you guys something. I don't know what my desk looked like before, but it's cleaner than it's ever been. I'm really happy with that. This is some pretty lit stuff. Yeah. In general, with the channel, things have been going pretty nicely. I've been starting the Tomodachi Life thing. I fell off, like, recording that. I really need to do more. I could do it now, but, like, I could always put it off till tomorrow, which is what I'm probably gonna do. But, yeah, just stuff I need to get done. What was I gonna say? Right, songs. I still have the instrumentals done for, like all the way done for 2 songs, at least as far as I think I'm gonna do them. And I've had lyrics for a lot of songs done. A lot of that's hopefully gonna come out. One of them, one of the new ones I started making, and I think it's gonna turn out pretty well. I'm pretty excited for it, but I just can't wait to see what this goes. So I leave the light on. Okay, there we go. So hopefully things will go well. All right. It was just raining earlier today, so it's nice and damp out here. If I had to try to sum up, I guess, what this whole video is about, birds. Wow. I would say, main thing is like, there's a game that, not everyone, but there's a general game that people want you to play. It's like, it's kind of like, you know, like society and culture and all that and all this stuff in school, and it's all going to try to control you, right? And it's like, it's not bad, it's made with the best of intentions, you know, all these ideas, but there's a huge game everyone's playing, and there are going to be certain parts of the game at certain times that just need to be spoken out against, I think, and this is one of them. This like a lot of the social media stuff, it's very harmful, and yet we've integrated it into the game, into the big old game that we're all playing. And it's okay to just not play the game. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm going to play my own game. I'm going to do some stuff that I think I should do. And for me, at least, I think that's been going really well. I've made some legitimate progress. I think things are going okay. I still have the same hopes and fears and dreams and anxieties and stuff that, like, scares me and irritates me, and I still have the same faults and weaknesses as anyone else, and the same as I've always had, but I'm making progress, and I really like that. This game that I'm playing, very, very nice. So if I guess my advice is, like, if nothing else, it's like, play your own game, okay? Because everyone else is going to want to play a game, and sometimes it's fun to play with them, but the game that's going to do the most good for you is the one that you play. And the reason why it's important to play that game to do good for you from an objective standpoint is because if you're playing a game that's good for you and that does a lot of good for you, you'll be in a better position to help other people play their own games. You'll be in a better position to help everyone play the big game. Big ol' heckin' honkin' game. Alright, see you guys.